Capricorn, welcome to your love reading for July. We are going to get started. We're going to do things a little differently this month. I have my Angel Answers deck divided into its little categories here. So we're going to pull the top card for Capricorn. Actually, I'm going to cut. There we go. So abundance is coming in. The answer, yes. I'm going to show you these cards. And perfect timing. Isn't that interesting? So for Capricorn, we're seeing here abundance. The card, yes. And perfect timing. Yes, abundance. Look at that. So your messages for love seem to be pointing towards something happening in the perfect timing, and it's going to be a yes if you have a question about love. So that's very interesting. Let's keep these out here so that we can look at them as we need to. But that is a very interesting beginning to your reading, Capricorn. So I've got your cards laid out right there. There we go. So it's a yes, Capricorn. Whatever your question is about love, you seem to be getting a yes, a perfect timing, and abundance. Now let's consult a couple of other oracle decks before we jump into the tarot cards. If you have, if you're thinking about love in July, if you're wondering if something is going to come through, I'm thinking something is moving towards you. There may be something coming through, though, that is revealing a deception to you. So that's very interesting. There could be something that is concerning you about that. There is a playful energy around love, but there seems to be, it almost feels like you're going to have to make a decision. We'll see when we get to the tarot cards, but it feels like there could be something that is masquerading as something that it's not. You're being guided here to stay optimistic about the love life, because I think everything is coming about in this perfect timing that we saw. But there could be something that you feel a little concerned about right now. Very interesting. Bottom of the deck is romantic feelings, which says on the bottom here, your feelings are real and worth exploring. So this is interesting. There is something going on here for you, Capricorn, in love. You may be wondering about something in terms of whether or not it's as it seems or not. So I feel like Capricorn is coming into some truth when it comes to love. In July, there is something to stay optimistic about and to sort of be playful here, to allow your inner youthful spirit to have fun and to shine. But it could be that there is someone around you here who is wearing a false mask. And so you may need to be it feels like you're being brought into that awareness this month. So that's very interesting. Let's move these over here as well so that we have room. Now, one more oracle deck and then we'll jump into the tarot cards. But very interesting so far, Capricorn. Seems like you're going to figure something out in the perfect timing in July. Now, we're just going to pull one card from this deck. Mystical union. Isn't that interesting? Mystical union, abundance, perfect timing. There is something to be optimistic about here, Capricorn. Being playful, having romantic feelings, but I just can't stop looking at that other card where there is something around you that's not as it appears. This mystical union is an interesting card for you to receive because it can suggest sort of like a soulmate energy. And as we know, or as we're discovering together, soulmates are not always as it appears in the movies, where it's like you're meant to be with this person forever. Sometimes soulmates are really just there to teach us lessons and then off they go. So it's interesting to see mystical union here, because that may really refer to this sort of other dynamic that you're being brought into awareness. The other interesting thing about mystical union is that this is the final card in this deck. So this is the end of the deck. This oracle sort of speaks about a missed opportunity sometimes. It can also speak to a resolution. It can also indicate that there is an intimate relationship where there is something to be realized. Like I was saying, like it can go a number of different ways when we see this card. It could be that you're going to sort of receive resolution. It could be that there was something here, like we saw in the deception card, where there's something false around you, and it's not. It's a mystical union in the sense that it's designed to teach you something, but it might not be designed to stay. This is an interesting card to sort of receive here, because it really does push you towards what you intuitively may know already about something. And so I feel like Capricorn is going to have to decipher what's real and what's not real when it comes to love in June. So let's get started with the tarot cards and see. Look at that. Look at that. Chariot in reverse with the 5 of Cups when I part the deck. So that's interesting. You may have had a relationship from the past that may move forward towards you in July, but it's almost like the reading is sort of guiding you to be playful, but at the same time to be sort of aware that something may not be as it appears. And it may be that there is something moving towards you to teach you something. It's a learning experience. It may not be something that is as it appears, you know? It's interesting, but it does seem like it's perfectly timed. There's the Knight of Rods. So it could be a fire sign moving towards you. Knight of Rods is your Sagittarius energy, or you may have placements in Sagittarius. Now, look at what we see here for your first row. We see the Knight of Rods, the Emperor, another fire sign, Aries. And then we see the Lovers in reverse and the 8 of Pentacles. What this tells me is that someone's moving towards you, but you're going to see through it. I think you're going to see that it's not in harmony with the work you've done so far on your own journey. I feel like Capricorn has had a journey. You've had this sort of passage of time where you've become very independent and you're sort of creating your own story, and you get that now. You sort of understand that the work you put in, the seeds you plant, the where you focus expands. And I think you're going to actually run into someone, or someone is going to come towards you, as that mystical union card suggests, but it's not going to be what they're not going to be as they appear. They could be wearing a mask. They could be false in what they are moving towards you. Their intentions may not be as they appear. So it's very interesting. You are being guided to stay optimistic, which makes me think that you might get more than one offer. Let's see here on your second row. One more card. There it is. 2 of Cups. Yeah, I think you're going to get more than one offer, Capricorn. Look at that. 10 of Cups, Knight of Swords, Knight of Swords, and 9 of Swords. That's hard to say. You're going to get 2 offers. One is false and one is a new beginning. This is very interesting. Very, very interesting. I feel like staying optimistic about love is really shining through with this 10 of Cups. This Knight of Swords here is an intriguing knight. It's the knight that's in reverse. This Knight of Swords is a Gemini energy, just like this Lover's card. So it almost feels like there's an air sign moving towards you that is less than sincere. And nothing against this air sign. They're on their journey too. And so they might be moving towards you, but not revealing everything just yet. I do feel like there is an interesting energy coming in from a fire sign. This is intriguing. It could be a fire sign or an air sign that is intrigued by you. One of them is not going to be telling you the truth about something. There is something here that makes me feel like you already know that with this 9 of Swords in reverse. I think you're aware of who's who in this storyline, Capricorn, if this is resonating for you. There is a yes in that angel card. There is perfect timing and abundance. So I feel like it's almost like you're going to need to make a choice in July, Capricorn, and you're going to be the one to decide what feels like it's authentic and in balance with you. I mean, we see the Lovers, we see the 10 of Cups, and we see the 2 of Cups. cards that always signify to me that something is happening in the realms of love, in the realms of relationships, unions. There is a soulmate here, mystical union. And like we said, not all soulmates are meant to stay. Some soulmates are meant to come in, teach us something, something profound, and then that's it. Then they fulfilled their obligation. They filled their contract. They filled the story that you wrote together as a prearrangement. But this is interesting because I really feel like you almost have two energies moving towards you, one air, one fire. And one of them is telling you the truth and the other one is not. One of them is in alignment with all the work you've been doing and one of them is not. Someone from the past, I think that's how you're going to know. The person from the past, it sort of feels like the past person is out of alignment with you. And perhaps this new person is in perfect alignment with you. And it's the perfect timing. This is all happening in perfect timing. There is abundance of love around you right now. You're very attractive right now to a lot of people, I think, Capricorn. And there's a very charismatic energy moving towards you. I got to say what I think here. I really think it's the fire sign that is moving towards you, and that is the energy that is very, very charismatic and very much like, it feels like genuine. But then there's that Knight of Swords in reverse. That Knight of Swords in reverse, I can't help but think that perhaps the air sign is hiding something. And I only say that because that Knight's in reverse and it's right next to the Nine of Swords in reverse. I can't help but think that that is the energy that's unfocused. That is the one that's impatient. That's the one that's sort of been holding back and now is coming forward very unpredictably and almost in a way that is causing you anxiety even before it happens. So I kind of feel like the air sign is the energy of the past. And whenever you think about this air sign, you might start to feel kind of paranoid. You might start to feel a little bit fearful, or just like, sometimes we get that feeling of butterflies in our stomach and we think that means excitement, but sometimes it's a clue to us that we don't feel comfortable around a certain energy, that energy is making us feel like we have to be on guard and that we're a little bit anxious and worried about it. Either way, Capricorn, I feel like something in July is going to reveal itself to you. One will be sort of a genuine offer, and the other one may be shrouding the truth. I'm not trying to freak you out. It's not like this other energy has ill will, but there is something deceptive about their offer. They're not telling you the whole truth. And I think you feel which one is which, or which one is the one that could potentially be making you have that anxious feeling. I see the Seven of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. So like I said at the start of this reading, I really feel like you're going to have to make a decision. One of these energies is in alignment with you and the other one is not. One of these has sort of come along because of all of the work you've been doing, this personal growth. You've become sort of a master at what you're doing with your own energy here. And one of these people aligns with that. One of them does not. And I think either way, you have a lot to learn. Look, there's the Nine of Cups. You have a lot to learn from both of these people. Nine of Cups and the World. I think you're going to close the door on the past person and go for the inner fulfillment path. This Seven of Pentacles tells me you're going to move towards something that feels in alignment with your ultimate wish come true when it comes to love, Capricorn. This has been a very interesting reading, and I think that you're going to close the door on the past. This might be the exact perfect timing for an abundance in love where you're going to wrap up something from the past that no longer resonates with you. Even if in the past it was your wish come true, like in the past you were like, oh, if I could only have success in this relationship. I don't think you're the same person anymore. It almost feels like you've changed. And as a result, the energy around you has shifted. And I feel like you're attracting a new kind of partner. I feel like you're attracting the fire sign. And yet the air sign is sort of wanting to come in as well. But you're going to ultimately have to make that choice. 7 of Pentacles here. So very interesting reading for your love July energy, Capricorn. I'm going to leave it at that. If this has resonated for you and you'd like a personal reading, I am available for personal readings. You can check out my website to do a booking, or you can email me. All that information is in the description below. And I am sending you so much love and light, my friends. Have a wonderful month and take care.